Welcome to the decade of the EV. A decade that will see many companies come and go and many ideas change. I'm real excited about it. Take a 1984 Ford Taurus and compare it to a 2004 or even a 2014. The looks are different. There's a whole lot more tech, but most of it's under the hood. And other than that, it's the same deal. Cars have not changed much since we decided the internal combustion engine is what we were going with. But there are lots and lots of changes coming. I'm really extremely excited for the Fisker Ocean. It's all electric. It's got a vegan interior with recycled materials all over the place. 250 to 300 miles of range in a single charge. $37,499 price tag with the discount on the federal level being $7,500, $29,999 after the credit. The credit's a real thing. I've gotten one myself, so don't think that's not happening. It really is a thing. But what the heck is a flexee payment? Let's get into that. Essentially, what you're doing is leasing the vehicle on a month-to-month basis. $379 covers your service and maintenance, 30,000 miles a year, and complete and total ability to use the car. Is it a regular lease? No, definitely not. Will there be other red tape involved? I'm sure. Absolutely sure of it. But that information's totally not available now. But this thing is really interesting and totally worth a look. It looks like there's also $3,000 due at subscription, and I would think that's for the flexee payment plan, which, I don't know, find a lease that doesn't have something due, and it's probably a car that's not selling very well. So let's go through the entire process of getting a hold of one of these things. So here we go. Here's the website. Looks like you get a little bit more visual information right up front, but we want more than that. It looks like a crossover, really well appointed, good looking. The wheels look insanely good. It's got sharp lines, and it says it's the world's most sustainable vehicle. Now, it says full service and maintenance is included with this flexee payment, essentially a lease. So that's good. No hidden costs sounds good. No long-term commitment sounds really kind of crazy. But I guess they come and get it and just lease it to somebody else. 2022 is a pretty standard wait time right now. The Cybertruck was about the same. 30,000 miles a year with monthly rollover. I assume that's like rollover minutes, which means you keep what you didn't use. That's awesome. I guess we got to create an account. So let's do that. Let's create the account. Typing, typa. So once you create an account, one of the things you can look at is the terms and conditions. And hey, this is important stuff for vehicles, so let's read this thing. By making your reservation, you understand and agree to the following. This reservation agreement is not an agreement to purchase, nor for the flexible lease of a Fisker EV vehicle, neither does it constitute a purchase or order of a Fisker EV vehicle. And what they're talking about is the reservation amount, which in this case is $250. So a little more than the Cybertruck, a little less than a Model 3 was. When it came out, it was 10 times that at $2,500. Speaking of money, the $250 payment made under this reservation agreement secures an approximate reservation position to place a flexible lease or purchase of a Fisker EV vehicle. So during the unveil, they really tried to sell this flexee lease, but it looks like you can actually buy the vehicle. I think a lot of the leases are going to go out first. We'll see. This reservation becomes effective under the reservation agreement once Fisker receives the full $250 deposit and you accept the terms and conditions of this agreement that states you have read and accepted these terms. When the start of the production for your reservation nears, you will be notified about the availability of different vehicle configurations and different prices, and at that time, you will then need to choose your preferred configuration. Depending on the availability and your choice, Fisker will then create either a purchase or flexible lease agreement for your vehicle, indicating the full purchase price or the initial subscription price of the vehicle, monthly subscription fee, plus estimates and applicable taxes, and provide the purchase or flexible lease agreement for your review. Let's dig into that a little bit. Depending on the availability and your choice. So does that mean they're going to force you to lease a car if they don't have any available for sale? I don't know. A little scary, but let's keep going. In the event of a flexible lease, the initial down payment will include an initiation fee, activation fee, and any offsets received from the federal EV tax credit as available and applicable. So that $379 a month may be including that $7,500 credit over the lease period. Tough to tell. This reservation may be canceled by sending notice to Fisker Incorporated through the Fisker app at any time prior to entering into the purchase or flexible lease agreement. This reservation payment is refundable subject to 10% processing fee in the event you cancel your reservation at any time prior to entering into the purchase or flexible lease agreement. All refunds will be made within 60 days of receipt of written notice of cancellation, provided the correct payment details are provided to Fisker Incorporated. If you proceed with the order, Fisker will apply this reservation payment towards the purchase or flexible lease order payment. Pretty standard. Fisker will not pay any interest on the reservation payment, regardless of whether the reservation payment is applied to the purchase or flexible lease of a Fisker EV vehicle, or if the reservation payment is returned to you. So no interest. That's what that means, which is the best possible way you could borrow money, by the way. Good job, Fisker. Reservations are limited to one per user. Fair enough. It doesn't say per person, it says per user, but it probably says somewhere that a user is a person. His or her reservation, it doesn't say her, but it needs to, is not transferable or assignable to another party. Okay, there's your do not sell this place in line. In the event your reservation is canceled by Fisker, you will receive a refund within 60 days of the cancellation. Said refund is subject to that same 10% fee. Fisker may ask you to provide further information and deems necessary to secure your reservation, which you agree to supply in a reasonably timely manner, but no time period. Interesting. Fisker will maintain your personal information in accordance with its privacy policy. Through this reservation agreement, Fisker makes no representations on the development or definitive delivery dates for the Fisker EV. Production and delivery dates may vary from region to region at the sole discretion of Fisker. That's basically saying you get what you get, buddy. Through this reservation agreement, Fisker makes no representations on the final design, final vehicle specifications, or price of the Fisker EV. Final design, vehicle specifications, and price may change between the time you enter into your reservation agreement and the time you enter into your purchase or flexible lease agreement. Fisker is not responsible for any representations made by third parties regarding the production delivery date, price options, or any other information about the vehicle. Like me. This reservation agreement is governed by the laws of the state of California, USA, without regard to its conflict of laws provisions. The state courts have exclusive jurisdiction to determine any dispute arising under or relating to this reservation agreement. These terms and conditions may change. And that, number 18, is the kicker. They can change any of this at any time if they want to. And those are your terms and conditions. So, looks like there may be some fees. Looks like some of these numbers are based on whether or not you get the tax credit. And it looks like you ain't getting any interest on that $250. Okay, so let's reserve this sucker. Here's what it looks like after you get your reservation completed. And now it's time to get that old app. So I've got it downloaded. Here it is. Let's get to it. Neat little graphic there. The world's most sustainable vehicle. E-mobility is the future. Believe in a clean future for all. Cool. Create an account. I already did that. So I guess I just log in. It wants my mobile number. Nice. And then it wants me to verify my mobile. So here we go. Into the app. It looks like it's got 4 menu items on the bottom. Let's see what we are working with. Goodbye long-term contracts. Hello freedom and flexibility with Fisker's flexible lease flexee. You can return your vehicle at any time with no penalties, except you're out a vehicle. The new standard of convenience, save time by scheduling in-app service and maintenance at no cost to you. That's cool. We will pick up and deliver the vehicle to your preferred location. And if you look, we also have solar panels on the top of the vehicle. Nice. The world's most sustainable vehicle. This is more of the same stuff. All electric, vegan interior, recycled materials, 300-mile range. And it says in-app charging stations map. Okay, well, that's good. Here we go. That was the, looks like the home. And then let's go to the second item on the menu. It's the same stuff. 2022 delivery, 3,000 due at signing, 30,000 mile allowance. Here we go. Photographs and videos. Let's watch the video. It is a sweet looking ride. I'm getting a lot of Range Rover Evoque vibes from that. The wheels are excellent. Don't expect that to be exactly how it looks. Very similar. I think it's got a little bit of a Hyundai Kona type of vibe in the front going on. The photos are excellent. There's side profiles, front profile, little rear quarter there. Looks like the taillights extend pretty far around. Interior looks really solid. Looks like a screen right in front of you. And then a big touch. Some crazy materials. You see the details are excellent. Cabin lighting, I don't know. Do you need a light in your headrest? It's pretty cool looking. High mounted rear indicator for additional presence. That's nice. Aerodynamic mirrors and integrated indicators. That's pretty standard nowadays. Sculpted luxury, ergonomic seat design. More than just seats. Let's hope it is that comfortable. Brighten your journey with logo details and ambient cabin. So it's kind of got like the original Kia Soul vibe where they're trying to light it up. 22-inch rims. So they're saying right there, 22-inch rims are going to get them. Start your day the California way. And here she is charging. Boy, the white looks pretty sharp. I like the white. Okay, so what else does this app have to offer? Just your information. So there you have it. $250 to reserve, $37,000 price, $7,500 discount. That reaches up to about $30,000, $379 a month. And now if you do the lease and they apply that credit, you get all that right away. So if you do lease, you probably don't have to deal with a lot of stuff, including maintenance, according to Fisker, which is pretty neat. You know what I liked about the terms? Okay, this just in. We got more information in the email during the time I was editing this video. Are you as excited as I am? Well, if you made it this far in the video, maybe you are. The award-winning Fisker Ocean specs have been revealed. Dear Adam, to top off the 7 awards the Fisker Ocean received at this year's CES. This week, the world's most sustainable vehicle also received the Digital Trends Editor's Pick Award. And we are now excited to start sharing early the specifications with you. Nice. Starting around 4,600 millimeters long. Boy, that makes no sense to me. 1,930 millimeters wide and 1,600 millimeters high. Okay. Our all-electric, you millimeters people can help me out in the comments. Our all-electric luxury SUV is created for 5 adults to sit comfortably during even the longest of rides. Here's your wheel information, 20-inch or 22-inch wheels. I would go with the 20s. People have had trouble with those big rims on the Teslas, but that's just me. If you want to do the deuces and ball it out, you can. The 16-inch center touchscreen is complemented by a 9.8-inch cluster screen to deliver augmented reality features and immersive digital experiences in cabin. Nice. With 250 to 300 miles of electric range from the 80 kilowatt-hour battery and the ability to recharge to 80% in 30 minutes, range anxiety is a non-factor. I wish that was true. More exciting features coming in the following weeks. Keep following our channels to make sure you don't miss out. The Fisker team. Thanks, Fisker. Back to the show. Another competitor in the most competitive market in the United States, the compact or midsize crossover SUV. Am I getting one? Well, maybe now, but I got to walk you through this process, and at the absolute worst case, I'm out $25. Check out the Fisker Ocean at Fisker Inc. That's Fisker inc.com. And we'll see you at the charging station. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. /304.